Kia ora. As we head in towards the weekend, we have got a bit of unsettled weather running across us for a time. But the good news is, once we head in towards Sunday and the start of next week, high pressure returns and a much more settled start to next week. To get there though, we have got some wetter weather in store. You can see on these satellite charts, this band of cloud across the southern parts of New Zealand is already bringing some wet weather in towards Fiordland. And as we head through the rest of this afternoon, we'll carry on seeing that rainfall moving northwards as well. Some heavy falls in towards that far southern and western part of the country. And you can see it spreads across in towards parts of Southland and Otago and up in towards Westland. As we head in towards the night time, we are going to find that rainfall sticks with us. So there is a heavy rain watch in place for Fiordland right the way through the rest of Thursday until those early hours of the morning on Friday. So a bit of a wet looking afternoon in store down there. And you can see as we head through the night time, that rain continues to move northwards up in towards Westland and up towards those central parts of New Zealand, throwing a fair covering of cloud across those northern parts of the South Island and even up in towards the North Island as well. And that cloud thick enough to bring some patchy rain in towards parts of Canterbury through the night time, and generally a pretty messy looking story as we head into Friday. So here we are as we go through the night time. The other big change will be some cooler temperatures down south, back to lows around about 9 degrees Celsius for Invercargill. Compare that to a very mild night up towards Auckland, for example, where our minimum temperatures are still around about 17 degrees Celsius. Now, as we go through towards Friday, it's a fairly messy looking story. That low pressure over the Tasman Sea continues to bring a fair bit of cloud across us. Some fairly sharp showers run across those northern and eastern parts of our patch as we go through in towards the afternoon on Friday. And we'll always keep hold of a fair covering of cloud from, say, Taranaki right the way down towards Canterbury, bringing a fair bit of cloudy conditions, but also some showers or perhaps even some longer spells of rain. Some of the better spots to be will be down in the far southern parts of our patch, down towards parts of Southland and Fiordland, which will have a much drier and brighter day than you'll see on Thursday. But for the North Island, the best place to be to start the day will be this eastern coast. A bit of high cloud through parts of Hawke's Bay and Gisborne. You can see a fair covering of cloud elsewhere and a few isolated showers across the north. As we head in towards the afternoon, we'll find those showers become a little bit more prevalent and push a little bit further in towards parts of the Bay of Plenty and even in towards Hawke's Bay and up towards Tairafti as well. While down south it stays pretty cloudy through the daytime with showers or perhaps some longer spells of rain developing as we head in towards the afternoon. You'll notice though, it is an improving story up through Northland and Auckland as we head in towards the evening. A bit of a clearance, that cloud breaking up and some drier weather to end the day. Now we're still north of that cold front, so our temperatures during the daytime on Friday will be pretty high as well. Still highs around about 25, 26 degrees Celsius out on that eastern coast, and up to around about 23 degrees Celsius for Auckland, while down in Wellington we're looking at highs of around about 19 degrees Celsius. For the South Island, well, with that front just draped across the top of the country, to the top of the island, it's going to stay pretty cloudy through the day with showers or spells of rain from Westland across in towards Canterbury up through Marlborough and Nelson. So rather a grey looking story there with showers or spells of rain on and off through the daytime. Now there is a bit of an improving story down the south. You can see this front is slowly edging northwards, leading to some brighter weather back on that western coast towards the end of the day. But in the far south, particularly those inland parts of Southland and Otago, you're in some better and brighter weather and perhaps a better part to be compared to those cloudy conditions out on that eastern coast. Now we are going to be a little bit cooler as we head through Friday, especially compared to some of those higher temperatures we've been seeing recently. But look at those top temperatures for places like Queenstown. 15 degrees Celsius, a much cooler feeling day for you. And our overnight temperatures in towards those early hours of Saturday morning, just 5 degrees Celsius for Queenstown. So it will be feeling much cooler than we've been used to recently, but you do get the best of the sunshine through the daytime on Friday. As we head further northwards, you can still up to still highs of around about 22 degrees Celsius for places like Blenheim. On in towards the weekend. Now we have still got that front close by. It is slowly pulling away, but I think still a few showers to watch out for, and some of those could still be quite heavy for a time across those northern and eastern parts of the North Island as we head through the afternoon on Saturday. Perhaps even the odd rumble of thunder from, say, the Bay of Plenty to across towards Hawke's Bay and in towards Gisborne. But you can see that high pressure has been building across the South Island, so an improving story for the South Island through the daytime on a Saturday. Might still have a few showers around Nelson and Marlborough to start with, but these should clear away. And then as we head in towards Sunday, that high pressure becomes the more dominant feature, leaving a much drier and brighter story right the way across the country. Plenty of clear sky and sunshine. Temperatures climbing back up. We'll still have a little bit more cloud around those eastern coasts of the South Island, but generally the weekend is one that will be improving. But to get there, we have got a bit of a messy story for Friday, so do keep an eye on the forecast. And as always, you can find the latest forecast at metservice.com.